I don't believe the timing for buying a new or used SCAT or HELLCAT is right. You've got so many things working against you. New and used car prices are at all-time high. The semiconductor chip shortage is working against the availability of these cars. And we don't know when Dodge is going to update or redesign the new bodies. YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Knockout360 here with another video for you guys. You can tell I'm in a car that makes this a car vlog. You already know how it's going down when I come around. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place, man. Straight up. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out, right? So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So I may contradict myself because I think a couple videos ago I may have told you or led you to believe that, you know, you should, if you're in the market to upgrade, go ahead and do so now. And then hopefully when Dodge redesigns the new bodies and refreshes the interior and all that good stuff, you can go ahead and trade your car in. But the more that I look at it, man, and one of my subscribers, one of you guys actually left a very poignant comment, profound comment, in fact, on my most recent video. And he was basically like, now's not the time to upgrade, or now's not the time to buy a new anything, let alone upgrade to a used anything. His reasoning for that was, and my reasoning as well, is that there are a lot of things at work against the consumer right now that are kind of benefiting Dodge, the manufacturers, the dealerships, but kind of at the detriment of the consumer. So a lot of you may or may not know that right now there's some sort of microchip or semiconductor chip shortage with the Dodge dealerships, or not dealerships, the manufacturers, right? So to my understanding, because there's a shortage with the chips due to COVID and the pandemic that went on, and I'm assuming business just slowing down, manufacturing slowing down, due to the shortage of chips, there are less and less essentially scat packs and HELLCATs on the lots right now, particularly wide bodies, right? Because you know, like I know, the new wide bodies came out in 2020, but for some reason, whenever you go to a dealership, you may see one or two at most. And to find a scat pack is like finding a needle in a haystack, you know what I'm saying? So there's a shortage with the chip, which is limiting production, which is limiting the numbers that's available at these dealerships. It's limiting the number of the wide bodies. It's limiting the number of HELLCATs. It's limiting the number of scat packs that are available on the lot. So your upper end Hemis are no longer on the lots because of the chip shortage. Another thing that's working against the consumer, if you're in the used market right now, the fact that used car prices are going up. I was watching Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is like a financial guru, if you will. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. I think he's been doing finance for like probably as long as I've been alive, 30, 40 plus years. And even he put up a video where he was basically discussing why used car prices are at an all-time high right now. I think it has something to do with the pandemic, the fact that a lot of these used cars have been sitting on the lots at this point for a full 365 days, a full year. Nobody was buying anything during the pandemic, especially not used cars. Used scat packs, used HELLCATs are sitting on these lots and they're just accruing dust, or they were accruing dust during the pandemic. And at this point, they're at an all-time high as far as the price is concerned. And when I'm talking about used, I'm generally speaking about your 20s, your 19s, your 18s, some of your more recent years that these cars have are been sitting on the lots. Used cars are at an all-time high as far as price is concerned. Scat packs, I've seen scat packs go as high as, well, we talked about it, $70,000. There was a scat pack down in Georgia. It was a fully loaded wide body. I think it was a 2020 or 2021 scat pack, and they were letting it go for $71,000. I've seen other used scat packs out there that are going for north of $50,000, north of $48,000. I saw one that was a 2019 that it was a fully loaded with the I think it was a suede leather, a suede and red, or red suede leather interior with the sunroof, all of the fixings and all that good stuff. And I think that thing was going for like they were selling it for like 54. And we're talking about a used Scat Pack, guys. Then they're letting it go for 54. Obviously, the Hellcats are just as much, of course, more, to be honest with you, because it's a Hellcat. You're seeing some used Hellcats going for, what, 70, 80,000, which is damn near what you could have gotten a used, a brand new Hellcat for prior to the pandemic. And let's move to the new car market. Like I said, that Scat Pack that we saw down in Georgia, I believe it was a 21. It may have been a 20. I'm pretty sure it was a 21. They were letting that Scat go for $71,000. There's no way in hell that you're paying $71,000 for a Scat. That's unacceptable. So if they're charging $71,000 for a Scat, you can only imagine what they're charging for a Cat. Cat might be a little under six figures at that point. And that's not the only dealership that's doing that. Prices around the world, or at least around the United States, are at an all-time high as far as used cars are concerned and as far as new cars are concerned. One of my neighbors, well, not my neighbor, but one of the guys in my neighborhood just bought a Charger. He wanted a wide body. He came up to me, asked me how much I paid for it, asked me when I got it. Mind you, I lucked out. I literally got this wide body literally the week before the pandemic shut everything down and everybody went on lockdown. Literally the week before everything went on lockdown is when I got this car. So I got this car probably at the cheapest price that it has ever been. You know what I'm saying? It had literally just gotten to the lot that Saturday and I bought it that Monday. But so that's negligent. But he was asking me about the wide body Scats. I told him what I paid for it, and he, you know, his bottom jaw dropped, because he was like, when he was at Dodge, they were quoting him prices 55, 52,000, 57,000 for a fully loaded, and he's like, I'm not paying that for a Scat Pack, you know, which I completely understand. I wouldn't do I wouldn't do that either. I just wouldn't do it. And if they're charging north of $50,000, $55,000 for a Scat, you can imagine the Hellcats are going 80, 90,000. We're just talking about regular Hellcats. Only God knows what the red eyes are going for. So needless to say, the used market is fucked up. The new car market is fucked up. You got so many things working against you right now, starting from the top, working our way down. Oh, and then of course, we don't know when Dodge is going to officially redesign, right? Dodge could legit drop a redesign within the next year and a half, possibly two. Right? So right now we're sitting in 2021. Dodge could drop a 2023 redesign right around the corner. And if that's the case, and you just went out and bought a brand new 21 or 22, now you're sitting on a brand new car that now you have to trade in, and you've lost that equity, you've lost that value. You've made a lot of financial decisions in the span of 365 days, or maybe even less, all because the timing wasn't right. And that's my biggest thing right now. I don't believe the timing for buying a new or used Scat or Hellcat is right. You've got so many things working against you. New and used car prices are at an all-time high. The semiconductor chip shortage is working against the availability of these cars. And we don't know when Dodge is going to update or redesign the new bodies. Right now, it's a matter of timing. I mean, if you got the money, go out and do what you want to do. Get you a 21, get you a 20, get you a 22, get whatever you want. Get you a 2019, get whatever you want. If money's not an option, don't worry about it. Don't even watch this. Well, watch the video, give me the view, and then go out and do whatever you want to do. But if you guys are conscious of the price right now and you're kind of conscious of the market, I just feel like dealerships are trying their best to get over on consumers. That stacked with the shortage of the chips, no more wide bodies. Very few wide bodies are even being dropped on lots right now. I've got a homegirl that sold me this car. She works at Keffer in Concord, North Carolina. Bailey Butler, that's her name. She sold me the last two cars that I bought from Dodge. She sold me this one. She's now working at the one in Concord. And whenever she makes a post about a wide body Charger on her Instagram, literally by the end of that week, that wide body Charger is gone. She had a cinnamon stick, fully loaded wide body Charger that came across the lot last week or the week before, and they were letting them go for 55, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 52, because it was fully loaded, had the red suede interior with the leather and all that good stuff. And by Friday of that week that she posted that on her Instagram, that wide body Charger was gone. You know, and that's literally one of 2 or 3 wide body Chargers that they get on a monthly basis. So there's a shortage, prices are at an all-time high, and we're in the dark as far as what Dodge's next plans are. Right now, a lot of things are stacked against the consumer, if you ask me. Now, realistically speaking, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing as far as being a YouTuber and I wasn't a car enthusiast, I might wait. I might wait a year. If you got a car that's perfectly functioning, say you got an RT and you just want more power, there's no immediate need for you to upgrade. Or say you got a SCAT and you want more power to a CAT, there's no immediate need to upgrade. Like, it's not like your car is breaking down at any moment. If your car is doing what it's supposed to do and it's performing at the level that it's supposed to be performing at, and you're price conscious and you're also conscious of what the market's going to look like in the next year and a half too, as far as what Dodge is going to do to these cars, you might be better suited waiting a year. And I'm not saying waiting a year for the new bodies to drop, because I highly doubt that that's going to happen. But at least in the next year, you might get, or we might get, some sort of announcement that Dodge is at least working on something. Because as of right now, you guys know, like, I'm the #1 source for Dodge content. I scour the internet all day long at work, when I'm at home. Like, that's just what I do. I scour the internet looking for new anything, like spy shots, because, you know, dealerships or manufacturers always release, well, they leak spy shots of their new cars. I mean, I remember seeing when the first wide body spy shot was available. I remember seeing the first C8, when the spy shot of the C8, and it's got the camouflage and shit on it. I remember seeing all that stuff. So I know that these dealerships, not the dealerships, the manufacturers will let their consumers know when they're working on something. At this moment, Dodge hasn't mentioned a damn thing. I mean, Dodge is still talking about 21 red eyes wide bodies, 21 Hellcats, 21 Scat Pack wide bodies. So needless to say, Dodge hasn't gotten there to that point, but I'm quite sure that they will within the next year, year and a half maybe. So if you go out and buy a brand new car right now, they may be dropping a redesign like tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean in the next year and a half or so. And before you know it, you're trying to unload a brand new car that's got little to no miles, all because you timed the market incorrectly. It's just like stocks. You got to know when to get in and when to get out. But right now, there are a lot of things working against consumer. If I'm in you guys' situation and you're looking for something, if you want a SCAT, go get you a SCAT. You want your 18, 19, 20, go get you 18, 19, 20. I'm not telling you not to. I'm simply saying that timing is key as far as knowing Dodge's next move. Now, if you're not interested in what Dodge has around the corner, then go ahead and get what you want. Get what you a 20, get you a 21, get you a 19, get whatever you want right now. But if you genuinely want to see what Dodge has up its sleeve, and you're curious about what's around the corner and what's coming to the market within the next 2 years, timing may be at your best interest at this point. I mean, there's never anything wrong with saving money. I mean, save that money, stack it, put it away for the next month, for the next, year and a half or whatever. That way, when the new bodies do drop, you can order your own, order a brand new one, order it, have your name engraved in it. You don't have to just go to the lot and pick it up, after it's been delivered. You can have that shit specially made and ordered for you. So there's nothing wrong with saving money. There's nothing wrong to holding on to that SXT or that RT or that SCAT Pack in hopes of upgrading to something bigger and better, man. But that's just kind of my 2 cents. I feel like right now consumers are in an interesting timing or interesting kind of junction as far as the timing of the market is concerned. I feel like a lot more things are working against the consumer than they are for the consumer. And ultimately, if you mistime your move, you could end up in a financial obligation that could essentially take money out of your pocket, even going into a new car. I mean, you know how the car buying prices work. You don't want to be upside down, anything like that. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. Talk to me, man. Like I said, let's go from top to bottom. The semiconductor chip shortage is messing with the availability of these Chargers and Challengers. Used and new car prices are through the roof at an all-time high. We forgot to mention gas is at an all-time high. So, I mean, if that's something that you're taking into consideration, you might want to consider that as well. I mean, literally 4, 5, 6 months ago, gas, I mean, I was getting premium gas in Charlotte, North Carolina for like $2.60, $2.70. I was getting gas just because, just for shits and giggles. I was driving and burning just because I could, because gas was so cheap. I mean, I think I got gas at one point like $2.15 during the pandemic. In the middle of the pandemic, I was getting premium gas like $2.15, $2.20. And now gas is $3.15, $3.20. And it's slowly coming down. But then again, 4th of July is next week. So you got a lot of things working against that. Gas prices, another concern. And then the final one is we don't know what Dodge has up its sleeve in the next year or so as far as a redesign is concerned. So you got a lot of things, if you ask me, working against us as consumers. So maybe holding on to your dollar may be advantageous for you. You know what I'm saying? Waiting and seeing what Dodge has around the corner, because worst come to worst, even if you wait and you see what Dodge has and you're not interested, you can get you a 19 or a 20 or a 21 for nickels and dimes at that point. You know, if Dodge announces in 2021 or 2022 that they're dropping a new body style, whatever, you see it and you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and get you a 19 or a 20 or 21. You know, get what you originally planned to get. And it'll be cheaper. You'll have more money to spend. That's just my 2 cents, guys. As always, it's been your boy Knockout 360, man. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.